So let's talk about the kind of self-care that doesn't get a love, but that's because it doesn't feel luxurious or relaxing or like something that you want to post about on IG. But it's the kind that protects your peace, your health, and gives you a future. This is the type of self-care that doesn't always feel good while you're doing it, but it puts you in control of your life and lowers your stress in the long run. So what kind of self-care is this? It's what I call next level self-care. And this is the type of self-care that grows you without distracting. But first, I'm Cassandra from Master Your Stress, where I help midlife women reclaim their sanity by showing them how to decrease their stress while easily adding more self care into their daily lives. Now, back to the video. Now, normally, when we think about self care, we think about things that are relaxing or beautiful, like scented candles, bubble baths, massages, or other things where you're luxuriating. But listen, those things definitely have their place and absolutely can release stress. But real self care is also things like going to bed 20 minutes earlier than normal, even when Netflix is calling your name, or turning your phone off at night so that your brain can actually rest and you're not doom scrolling into the wee hours of the morning, or making that doctor's or therapist appointment that you've been avoiding, or even saying no when everything inside of you wants to say yes just to please others. So these kinds of things don't feel at all like self care, but they are. They're the kind of self care that sustains you when life is loud, and they're also the type of self care that's in it for the long haul. With this kind of self care often feels uncomfortable because it asks us to slow down when we're always used to being in go mode all the time. This type of self care also forces us to face those things that we've been ignoring, like our health or being burnt out or our boundary. And this is the type of self care that doesn't give us like a instant reward or that dopamine hit that you might get with other types of self care. Instead, it's more like a delayed kind of gratification. But it's also why it's powerful because it's not about feeling good right now. Instead, it's about taking care of whom I'm becoming. So let's break this down. So, this type of not fun, but life giving self care feels like going to bed early instead of scrolling on TikTok or IG. But actually, what it's doing for you is it helps to regulate your hormones, reduces stress, and lowers anxiety. It might feel like scheduling a doctor or therapy appointment, but actually, what it's doing for you is preventing your burnout from becoming a breakdown. It might feel like preparing meals instead of skipping meals and snacking. But what it's doing for you is preventing you from being hangry as your blood sugar and mood remain steady. It might feel like saying no to plans when you're exhausted. But what it's doing for you is it's letting you rest when you need it. It might feel like checking your bank account instead of avoiding it, but what it's really doing for you is reducing your anxiety and giving you control. These things, they don't always feel fun and they don't always feel like care, but they are acts of protection. So here's how to make these things feel doable and not like just another pressure. First, start tiny. And I'm talking 2 minute tiny. You could do something like wash your face or put your phone across the room before you go to bed or book that appointment you've been putting off. Don't overthink it. In the words of Nike, just do it. The second thing that you can do is choose one kind of future self will thank me task each day. So when you get up, Ask yourself every morning, what's one thing that I can do today that tomorrow me will appreciate? The third thing that you can do is replace guilt with truth. So instead of saying to yourself something like, oh, I should have done that sooner, say to yourself, you know what? I'm showing up for myself now, and that's what matters. Now, you can also make it part of your routine and not a punishment. So tie it to something that you're already doing. In other words, habit stack it. So, for example, after brushing your teeth at night, you might plug your phone either outside of the bedroom or on the other side of your room instead of like right next to you. Self care isn't just about the things that make you feel good, it's about the things that make you be well. Or, in other words, adulting. So, for you, that might look like rest, or it might look like saying no, or it might even look like paperwork, or budgeting, or blood tests, or going to bed at a reasonable hour. But if it's something that protects your peace and preserves your energy or honors your body, then it is self care. So if this message spoke to you, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the Master Your Stress channel, and share this video with another woman who's tired of being in survival mode. And if you're ready to make self care sustainable without feeling those feelings of guilt or feeling like it has to be perfect, then I've got some resources linked below to help you take the next step. So thank you for being here and for choosing yourself, even if it's just in a small way. And I'll catch you next time.